Realize I have one. I didn't know.
Yeah, you got. I don't care what color it is, as long as my picture looks pretty decent. Well, some Tea Party members are pretty upset about a law that's meant to help them. What they have against these license plates.
The mistress has been identified. See the woman who gave birth to Arnold Schwarzenegger's love child. It's time for another alternative idea on how to get to work. Here's how ABC6 reporter Carol Looper did it.
When the alarm goes off, time to get up and take the bus to work this morning. Here I am at the bus stop, and here comes my bus.
It cost $1.75.
Here I am on the motor bus, coming down bus.
It dropped me off 2 blocks from my next bus.
So I walked from Broad and 5th, across the way, down to the bus stop at the Athenaeum. And it's raining. So here I am at the Athenaeum, waiting about half an hour for the next bus.
I did remember to get a transfer.
I'm in my transfer. This side. This way? This way. Here are some of the folks who rode with me to the last stop. And here's the last stop on Watermark. Thank you.
And I did get a ride to the station.
A little over an hour, and here I am at Channel 6. It's warm and dry.
TMZ has released pictures of the woman Arnold Schwarzenegger got pregnant. Her name is Mildred Patricia Baina, and she goes by Patty, and we're told she worked in the Schwarzenegger mansion as a housekeeper and assistant for more than 20 years before retiring in January. And when she gave birth to Schwarzenegger's child 14 years ago, his wife Maria Shriver was pregnant with their 4th child. Last week, Schwarzenegger and wife Maria Shriver abruptly announced their separation after 25 years of marriage. According to the LA Times, Shriver moved out after Schwarzenegger told her about the affair and the child.
Members of Arizona's Tea Party groups are calling for a boycott against a law that's meant to help them. The law allows the state to sell new license plates featuring the Tea Party's "Don't Tread on Me" logo. The plates cost an extra $25 a year, with 17 of those dollars going to Tea Party-friendly organizations. Sounds like a win for the Tea Party, but not everyone is happy about it.
The Tea Parties are about less government and not more government. This created an agency for the state with a board of 13 people to administer money.
But another Tea Party group supports the idea, says the plates give the groups greater exposure.
Well, it's called electronic pickpocketing, the new way thieves are stealing from you. How to protect yourself from people just walking by. Coming up.
A new home and a new beginning for the Rhodes family. From this to this in just 1 week. Tonight, a look inside the cramped life of the Rhodes family before. Their life now, with the ups and downs of a big new home.
There's more cleaning, more steps. So we have to assign chores.
How the design team created a home for a family they had never met.
It was big, it was tall, which is exactly what they were going for. They wanted a really extreme look to the house.
An entire community who pitched in to build a house in less than a week. And how this one home is sparking change for the entire neighborhood.
We're redoing the entire area. In fact, this whole neighborhood is undergoing an extreme makeover.
You're watching a special presentation of ABC6 News, Extreme Makeover, Columbus Edition.
And good evening. Welcome to the American Edition neighborhood of Northeast Columbus. I'm Bob Kendrick. Behind me, the beautiful home built for the Rhodes family. And here now, just a little bit of what you're going to see here in the next hour.
And I'm Maria Durant. I'll be with the Rhodes family throughout the evening. We'll tell you why this family was chosen and how life has changed since they are now in their new home. Plus, we'll give you a sneak peek into the vacation that the show provided for them.
I'm Terry Sullivan at the Tralee Rec Center in the American Edition neighborhood. You know, the Extreme Makeover home for the Rhodes family was just the beginning. I'm going to show you the effort to bring new homes to this area and how the Extreme Makeover team gave a special gift to these kids.
I'm Tom Bosco at the watch party being hosted by P&D Builders. That's the local company that designed and built this incredible home for the Rhodes. Now, building this home in just 7 days was a huge undertaking. There were so many challenges and obstacles that they faced, and we'll tell you how they overcame those challenges.
This, of course, all started with one life-changing knock on the door last August, and we were there to watch it all unfold. A shout from a bullhorn. They lived under one roof so that a grandmother and grandfather could help provide for their daughter and her 4 children while she recovered from a brain tumor. It meant 7 people living in just 900 square feet with just 1 bedroom and just 1 bathroom. Now a group of strangers rolls into town offering the Rhodes hope and a new home.
It just done something to me and I don't care. It just was a blessing because they don't know us. I don't even know if they know our story, but they stepped up to the plate and we want to thank them with all our heart.
The Rhodes have a wish list. Small things most of us take for granted.
I just want a bed. I need a bed to lay in. I'm tired of laying on the couch.
I would like to have air conditioning because, you know, the situation is everybody's hot and irritable and it makes the situation worse. And so if we could get air, central air, oh my goodness, they probably wouldn't even know I lived there.
Santa, his elves, and an army of volunteers are ready to grant those wishes.
It's a palm tree. You know what that means? That means you guys are going on vacation.
The Rhodes leave for California and vacation. Volunteers pack and move out their things. Chris Kringle and dozens like him wave goodbye to the Rhodes old home.
You're taking it down with coal.
Crushed by a bag of coal. Then flattened by the strong arm of a bulldozer. For the next 4 days, a flurry of activity, building a huge new house from the ground up. Volunteers in red and green t-shirts work around the clock. They have to turn over the keys to the designers, who in turn only have 24 hours to make this house a home for the Rhodes family.
All right, people, the place is ready. Bring in some money.
There are only a few clues about what the inside will look like. A leather chair, a striped chair, and a wood table. Volunteers transform the outside into a gift worthy of the holiday season. All leading up to the moment when they finally... Rhodes get to see their new home, a special gift from an entire community. It is a joyous end to a frantic week, and the beginning of a new chapter for this family. And that is what we'll finally all be able to see here tonight in the 2-hour broadcast. Now, one person who actually does know what it looks like inside, she's been in there many times, is our Maria Durant. Maria joining us now live at the watch party for the family and the builders. Hi, Maria.
Hi, Bob, but I've been sworn to secrecy, so I can't tell you yet what it looks like inside that home. Now, Extreme Makeover receives hundreds of applications each year, and a family like the Rhodes, who you see right here, well, they are chosen based on a few different criteria. One, the impact to the community, and of course, the family's needs.
As the bus moves into this Northeast Side neighborhood, a family awaits the wake-up call changing lives. James Rhodes and his family receiving a Christmas gift in August, a new home courtesy of Extreme Makeover Home Edition, and thousands of Columbus volunteers.
He is one of the most deserving people that I know to get this.
About a year ago, the show contacted Homeport, a housing advisory center here in Columbus. The show looking for a Central Ohio family to help.
They contacted us to nominate a family or several families. So we pursued the American Edition neighborhood.
And there they met the Rhodes. James Rhodes has lived in the American Edition neighborhood all of his life. He's a man who has always given back, so it's fitting that someone give back to him. And his friends agree.
Because he's so loving, he cares. We just thank everybody.
A man with a heart of gold who had given so much actually needed help himself. His daughter Makia and her 4 children moved into their tiny 1-bedroom, 900-square-foot home last year. This is the inside of the cramped quarters they called home. Makia moved in because doctors had diagnosed her with a cancerous brain tumor. She had a 50% chance of surviving. She had to quit her job. So James welcomed his daughter and her children into their home so he and his wife could take care of them.
We don't do it to be loved. It's just something to come natural.
That commitment is why Ty Pennington and his designers believe the Rhodes family deserved a new home.
The house was tiny. Way too many family members. They've been through a lot. They deserve a bigger space. It had termites. It was old. But there was a lot of love that went into that house, and they're a great family.
A family worthy of such an early Christmas gift.
Now think about it, that whole family living in a one-bedroom home, Nakia and her 4 kids, well, they didn't have a bed to sleep on, they slept in the living room, but that has all changed now, Bob.
Boy, is it ever, Maria, and we're going to see just how much over the course of the evening. So it's clear that the Rhodes family obviously needed a new home, but how do you design it, especially when you haven't met the family? Our Tom Bosco joining us now from that same watch party is going to show us, Tom, the many ways that they came up with their design ideas.
Yeah, Bob, I got to spend a lot of time with the company that designed the home and got to see some of the cool tools that P&D builders used to put this all together.
The story of the Rhodes family tugs at the heartstrings.
They ran on hard times like a lot of people. It was a multi-generational family that needed help.
Offering that help wasn't a tough decision.
We saw that family, and it was very touching right from the beginning.
Ed Snodgrass's P&D Builders builds luxury homes all over Central Ohio, but this was going to have to be different. Ed knew his designers, Ron Dane and Justin Leip, were up to the challenge.
It definitely is fun as a designer to be involved in something like this.
Neither designer had met the family, but they knew what the Rhodes family needed.
They wanted a very big great room, an open floor plan, big kitchen. They wanted 4 bedrooms with a grandparents suite, kind of separate from the rest of the house.
So Ron turned to his computer.
Everything is drawn in true 3D.
Not only did he have to consider the family's needs, but also the limitations of the narrow lot the Rhodes home sat on.
There's not a whole lot that we can do on a 40-foot lot, so we knew we were going tall.
So Ron used 3D modeling to design a brownstone in the Italianate style.
Just like books, movies, and paintings can have a theme, so too can architecture. And the theme of the Rhodes home is the magic number 3.
3 floors, 3 sections, rows of 3 windows, all representing 3 generations living here.
It's unique to have 3 generations living in the same house. That was important, that they needed their own space from what they were in prior to that.
The designers couldn't be more pleased with how it turned out.
We were real happy about how it looked. It was big, it was tall, which is exactly what they were going for. They wanted a really extreme look to the house. They really embrace the extreme factor in all this, so they want something that's going to wow people.
But even more important to them is that the Rhodes family loves it.
One of the most rewarding things that I've ever been a part of is when they move the bus, and just to see their expressions. That was something that truly I'll probably never get again. I've ever been a part of is when they move the bus and just see their expressions.
Now, you know, we talk about the fact that the whole project was on a compressed timeline, building that house in just 106 hours. The designers were on a compressed timeline, too. The design that should have taken them about 2.5 weeks was put together in the course of about a day and a half. Bob?
It still just boggles the mind, and the home just came out so beautifully, Tom. Thanks. We'll check back in with you here shortly now. Of course, the builders would also like to thank anyone who donated supplies, and of course, all of those who donated their skills to building the house. Obviously, the project wouldn't have been possible without that help.
Coming up on Extreme Makeover Columbus Edition, the need for donations.
You need 16,000 bottles of water. You'll need 4 pallets of juice, and you'll need 4 pallets of Gatorade, and you'll need 4 pallets of Powerade drinks.
The long list of supplies needed and how the builders met the challenge of getting it all organized in just a few weeks. While the crew was in town, the show took on another project in the Rhodes neighborhood and how it is helping kids in the area. Another local family who has been featured on Extreme Makeover Home Edition. Why they did not want to be on this show at first.
We actually called the producers and told them we really didn't want the home at all.
While volunteers were doing this, the Rhodes were doing this.
It was just amazing, and they had us just doing stuff I would have never thought I would do.
Snapshots from a special family vacation.